Hey everyone, we are back with our next installment of working on Damon Claw, which is our retro pixel art action style game. And with me as always is Corey. Say hi, Corey.
Hey, how's it going?
And so last time we worked on getting a lot of the fire-based power for when you get the fire-based gauntlet for level 1. And this time we're going to be working on thunder or lightning style magic for level 2, which is this beautiful snowy level that Corey had made. And let's see, so the first thing I should do is recap what I've imported in. There's a new electricity based explosion we're going to be using for certain things you'll see soon. And then we updated the actual spriter file for the hero character to have his special thunder kick instead of a regular drop kick, which you can see there. That we'll play it so you can see it looping, and we'll hide the collision boxes. And then so he's going to go down a lot faster, and then when he hits the ground I think we'll spawn one of those thunder explosions. And then he also, instead of an uppercut, will actually generate a little lightning bolt there from his gauntlet to hit enemies that are above him, which should look really cool. And there's 3 different power levels for it. And then there's the stuff for when you do the overhead bash. There's a new animation for that as well, which all of these here, one thunder air bash. Right now, Corey has not yet made all the different sizes, so I just cloned the one size we have for now, just so that it'll work, and then we'll update the art once Corey has a chance to make the different sizes. And then there's the regular, when you attack, this electrical ball, kind of like a, what is that called? Not a strobe. Do you remember what those balls are called that you see in like science museums? Can't think of it again.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either.
It's those balls with the electricity that, you know, you touch it and your hair stands up and stuff like that. So like a ball of electricity will come out of the gauntlet and kind of hang in the air, and if that makes contact with an enemy, it'll electrocute the enemy. And then for the winged enemy, we have a new animation in the flaming enemy variant that I called Zapped, which is the enemy electrocuted and flying toward the ground. And when that hits the ground, instead of spawning a normal explosion, it'll spawn this electric explosion as well. So those are some of the things we're going to try to get working today.
And also the new gauntlet is made for this level. So we'll have to swap that out as well. Yeah.
Yes, good point. All right, but before we get into that, aside from updating the artwork, there was also one other change I made, and that is, if you remember last time, I discovered what was probably a bug, and I verified that to be the case, where if you look in here at our different variables, originally there was this global number variable that I had created called power type, and I had set it to be a number, and it really should have been text. And by default it should be set to flame, and I hadn't been using it, and the bug that I saw and fixed last time was I accidentally referenced this power type variable instead of fire power in one of the commands. So I fixed that last time, and now I just updated this power type variable, which we've not yet used, to be text based and to by default have its initial value set to flame for the first level. And then you'll see if we go to level 2 in its event sheets, I've added on the start of layout set power type to thunder. And if you remember, if I go back to the spriter page and look at, or I should say spriter layout, and look at these animations again, you'll see here the naming convention is exactly the same for air bash or the default sort of attack effect, but the difference is it says either flame or thunder currently. So what I'm going to do is go into gameplay events. Or actually, I don't think it's in gameplay events. I think it is in level 1's events right now, and I can make it in, so let's see, attack effect. I mean game events. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's his default attack, it probably is in the gameplay events.
Right. Yeah, but that's the thing. It should be default, but right now you'll see it's not because we're setting it manually to flame.
Right.
So I guess I had anticipated eventually making it work for everything. I had just made that mistake of not using the variable properly and not setting it to text. So anyway, the point is, it's where it belongs. It's in gameplay events, which is universally used by all levels. And so what I need to do is update this to be a formula that will construct the required full name of the animation, which will add in the power type. So theoretically, oops, I forgot the other at symbol, or and I mean. I think that is correct. So I will just copy this. So now I should be able to just very easily get rid of flame and paste that. There we go.
Nice.
And then as soon as I'm done with this, I'll just go into level 1 and see if it still works for level 1 or if I somehow broke it. Alright. That looks like all of them, so let's go to level 1 and I will run it. Alright, so at first it should just do the normal attack things. There we go, that works fine. And let's see if it works with flame. The first flame power level, which is on its way now. Good. Yep, that's working. I'll just get the other 2 power levels quickly to make sure. Cool power. It's getting fun. Alright, there's the second power level. That's working fine. Ouchie.
And now he's got the proper updated gauntlet too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fire.
Yeah, if for anyone who didn't notice last time, there was an original gauntlet design that did not have the kind of spiky end sticking out of the elbow. And Corey updated it, but there was, until now, the not every fire gauntlet image had the spike on the elbow, and Corey updated it. Oh well. It's clearly working, so I won't bore everyone. I'll just keep making progress here. So let's get back to, let's see, we want to be in gameplay events. Or actually, no, we can go right into level 2. And let's make sure there are plenty of enemies. Yeah, there sure are. Alright, so let's run this and see if we get our new animations that we've imported for the electricity stuff. Pretty level. It's nice to be able to see this level in action for a change. Oop. Oh yeah, I forgot how hard this level is. We haven't tweaked it yet, so it's pretty tough. Alright, one more. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's there. That's working. That's good. The air bash isn't working, but that makes sense. I haven't found that event yet. But very cool. So we just need to make it do the air bash. Oh yeah, that's probably, and he doesn't do his drop kick or uppercut yet.
I had an additional thought about this level too. Like when I update the player's palette graphics, or you know, his color palette. Yep. I thought about also changing the little dust on the floor so it's more like snow, like you know.
Yeah, that would be great. Great idea, and we could even do a nice. What is it? Like a little, you know how you can see your breath in the cold?
Yeah.
We could just do a cute little white sprite of breath that comes out every few seconds from the head region of the player, at least while he's idle. That could be really cool. Idle and walking, maybe. Alright, so the next step is to go to level 1's events, and we will look for uppercut. Oh no, we'll do air bash first, since he does have an air bash for this one too. So you can see here's the enemy is getting hit by air bash, but where is, no, maybe this is in global events too at the moment. Let's see. Air bash triggered. Okay, on event air bash triggered. Oh yep, so it's the same kind of thing, and we just need to add that same exact formula in there. Alrighty. I don't think that's in the clipboard anymore, unfortunately. Let's find out. Oh, it is. Excellent.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Thanks, autosave. All right. Adding the formula. Let's see here. Okay, now that's done, so let's quickly see if we got that working. Right. Alright, works fine without power. Oh, nice. Chain reaction. Oh, whoa! Nice. That looks beautiful, by the way. Nice job. So people can see it.
Cool.
But now we need to find the event that lets an enemy get hit by air bash. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. They're just blowing up immediately when I hit them. They're not going flying.
Oh, yeah. That shouldn't be happening.
Well, there must be something that says destroy them unless they're getting hit by the air bash animation.
Right.
And now there's the regular air bash or the flame air bash or the so something about that is we'll figure it out. Ouchie. All right. But at least it's visually showing up. That's a step in the right direction. So let's look at the code and let's look at actually what is
It could be that we anticipated that they were going to behave differently than the first level, and maybe we just never put that in.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. Let's see. All right, so there's Ram Man. Okay, so it must be in gameplay events. Airbash. Triggered. Here we go. Flying enemy. If it's right here. Mm-hmm. We need to add.
Yeah, it's still got the flame air bash.
Right. So we need. Actually, that's a good point. Oh yeah. Okay. No. So we can get rid of this.
Right. Yeah.
And we can do thunder. And thunder. All right. Was it only 1 and 2, or was there a 3? Yep. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I just overlooked it on the. Oops. That's the wrong event sheet. Gameplay events. So we're just gonna add it now. 3.
Was there maybe a different thing they did when?
No, not at a higher power level. I don't think so. I think it just added more. Oh no, I don't think so. Like maybe eventually we'll make it so it adds more power to the enemy that ends up on fire or electrocuted and going flying, so the explosion will be bigger. But I don't think we added that kind of functionality yet. We just got the general stuff working.
Mm-hmm. It could be that the level 3 ones spawned the larger explosion when they hit the ground, and that's why that code
or they
wasn't
were
there.
Meant to, maybe.
Yeah.
But even if that's the case, that's not the way that I want to do it now.
Right.
Like I want it to be a more universal event where this is the same and we just set the value to the flying enemy to be different. Mm-hmm. So here we have regular air bash, and then here's for flaming air bash. Interesting. So yeah, we never went up as high as. Let's see.
Yeah, that's surprising.
The other thing that's surprising, is there any difference here? Are we shaking the screen more? Are we doing anything different? I don't think so.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, maybe there's something hiding here. I have to clear this and go back to 90. All right, 90. Nope, that just sets it mirrored or not. Okay, yeah, no, these are identical, so we don't need to add another one. In fact, we can get rid of this. and just make it universal. And then we could just make this an OR block. And add 2 and 3. And now we can copy this whole thing, and we can make it for thunder. And thunder. Okay, and then we're spawning it, but now we are also going to set its animation to zapped. Okay. After we spawn it, destroy. Okay, so now it should bashed enemy. I'm just seeing where the event is that generates the explosion when it hits the ground. Let's see, what is that called?
I guess it would be
Bashed flaming, that's what I'm searching.
flaming.
Bashed flaming on landed, here it is.
That's where we're changing the size of the explosion to when it hits the ground based on the power levels.
Ah, there you go. Destroy, spawn explosion, spawn. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that
Which
should
we
still
only
work
have one
perfectly
size right now for the electrical, but if we want to make a smaller one, we can.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. So all we need to do, yep. So we're just going to keep it simple and add another condition, and we're going to compare its animation is playing to default, and copy and paste this whole thing, and change this to a zapped. And everything's the same. Eventually we'll have a unique sound effect for that, but it's fine for now to work with that one. That's the energy, that's all fine. Destroy that, that's good. So this is where it has to change, and we don't have explosion 2 right now, so for now we're going to just replace these. Let's see, yep. Replace object explosion with thunder explosion. And same thing here. Replace object explosion 2 thunder explosion. Like maybe at some point we'll just add the bigger animation right into the same object and switch its animation there or something like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are ready to test again if they get swatted and hit the ground, and ouchie. Alright, now I have the power. And, oh, I forgot to air bash, 1 second. Nice, that worked. So it's being spawned the explosion too high up, which is not a problem. Right. I just need to check actually I don't know if I set when I created the sprite, I don't know if I set but yeah, that looks awesome. Nice job as always on the artwork. So, oh yeah, let's go into the spriter sheet and just look at the actual animation. Oh no, it's set what looks like a good place. So let's look at where we're spawning it. Must be gameplay events.
Maybe the original explosion has it centered or something.
Yeah, in a strange place. I can't imagine why. Spawn it on its own image point. Okay, that makes sense. That would make it higher than the ground. Let me think. What's an easy solution for this? Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go to the spriter layout again, if I can find it. Here it is. And we are going to find this guy here. And it's... I guess I'll have to check. Let me look quickly at this explosion. Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, it's centered
Right.
in the original, so
Yeah, and
I
we're
guess
not
we'll
going to
just
need to
have
do that for this one. So, but the way to compensate to do it differently, we're going to add a new second sort of image point or action point, so to speak. So we can have as many as we want right here, image points. So we're going to add image point 1. And for image point 1, we are going to put it right here. And we're going to apply to all animations. Yes, so now if we look at both frames here, we have image point 1, and both frames here, we have image point 1, and it's at bottom center. So now when we go back to gameplay events, and we look here, now we can just change this to be image point 1.
Cool.
All right, one more really quick test. And I think the next thing I want to do is the uppercut, because I'm going to really enjoy playing with... Oops! Welcome back, old friend. Let's see here. Oops. I need the power. Ah. All right. All right, that looked right. Oh, you know what's really cool about this too is now because the enemies drop things that explode. Now there will be fewer explosions on the ground because you don't have your firepower, you have your electric power. So now there's a much more obvious distinction between the explosions that can hurt the enemies that the player is creating and the explosions that the enemies are creating that can hurt the player. Alright, well actually before I make the uppercut action, which is that lightning bolt attack happen, as Corey just suggested during this slight recording break, we should add the character map change to make the player display the proper gauntlet when he gets the power. So let's do that. So in level 1 events, I think actually, let's go in gameplay events and take a look at... There we go. Remove all character maps. Alright, so this one's dangerous because we can't just remove all character maps now. We need to apply a character map. Hero. And we can use the formula with the variable if we're careful with the naming. It's not uppercase. Well, I can make it uppercase and re-import it. People haven't seen me re-import the spriter file in a while, so I'll do that. Just to be tidy, it's the easiest way to make this work for all levels. So let's see. Character map is down bottom here somewhere, I think. Character map, append character map, and we are just going to do that variable, which is power type. And it should not matter that there is no power type called flame. Like, it should just ignore it if it doesn't exist. So let's fix this quickly and rename this to uppercase thunder. Okay. Resave it as both file types. Save project as. File, save project as. Now the scan. Yes. And then go to the spriter layout and drag hero in. Yes. And then spriter events. Okay, and now I just need to go here and delete the older uninitialize event. Yeah. Okay, so now theoretically, I guess we'll begin at the beginning and test level 1 quickly, get the first level of power and see if it still works or crashes or whatever. Get it? Alright. I want to get that heart too. And that works. That works. That works. What were we testing? What specific?
I think we were just making sure the gauntlet still worked.
Oh yeah, the gauntlet. Yes, so we do see the flame gauntlet and it didn't crash. Fantastic. Okay, so now let's try level 2. And now it should be the different looking gauntlet. Everything's fine in its default no gauntlet setting. And he has his new gauntlet. Awesome.
Nice.
Very cool. That looks awesome. Very nice. Ouch. Alright. Time to do the uppercut. Let's save our progress. And now we just need to find the level 1 code that does the uppercut. And is animation playing uppercut, hero attack box? That's for when the attack connects. But what we need is the actual initiation of the uppercut. Uppercut. Oh, here it is. Uppercut fire.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just going to copy this and we're going to paste it into level 2 events. And we'll search for uppercut here too just to make sure. Yep, nothing. That's a good sign. And at the bottom here we'll just add this, and so this is going to be, let's see the exact naming convention, Thunderbolt 1, 2, and 3. Okay, excellent. Copy. There we go.
Cool.
And oh, we don't need this. There's no
I guess
movement. Yep.
Did you, is the number of the animation that plays?
Good one. Yep.
Yeah.
Good catch. There. Oh, and it needs this though.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome. Let's test that. That should work now. Regular uppercut, and let's get some power. Oops, oh well. Ouchie. Nice. Oh, I think I forgot to, oh no,
Yeah.
Okay, yep, we have no event that when that animation is finished playing to unstick him from his move and all that stuff. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly why. So we just need to add an event that says on animation finished. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Hero on animation finished, and it's still there. That's awesome. And then we'll make this an OR block. Where's make OR block? Oh, it has to be like that. Make OR block. We're going to have to decide if we want to let the character do this from the air. Like, should he be able to hover in the air, like kind of frozen in, zero gravity and do it? But I don't think so. I think it's fine to let him.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, isn't the code already kind of set up where he has to be on the ground just to do the uppercut move? So yeah, I think leaving it like that is best.
I think so too. Let's see, is idle uppercase or lower? I think it's lower, but I could be wrong. Yep, lowercase I. Idle. And stuck and move to 0. And that should be everything.
Oh,
yep, good.
10.
Oops.
You said, yeah.
He's really stuck in a move. Alright. Get some power. Oops. Or get hit, one way or the other. Take that. Got the power and nice. Alright, I got hit though. That's nice. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's working.
But it does not yet. There's our beautiful game over screen.
Yes. I don't want to change it. It's
So, sometimes you just do something so right the first time, there's no improving on it.
yeah.
All right, so now we just need to find in the level 1 code, search uppercut again. And so this is affecting Birdman, alternate Birdman, yep. And where's the ones for the flying enemies? Here it is. So I'll copy all that. And we will add that to level 2. Down here. And now we've got to do a bunch of object replace. So replace object. So we need to replace Birdman. Where is it? Just regular Birdman. Box 0. With these are the Goat Man. Where's Goat Man?
Should be Ram.
Oh, Ram. That's why. Ram Man. Okay. Alright, there's that. And then we also need to replace Birdman, the spriter object. Birdman with Ram Man. Okay, and now same thing for alt. So replace object, Birdman alt. That's going to be Ram Man alt. There we go. And the same thing with the spriter object. Replace object. And we're replacing Birdman alt with Ram Man alt. And then the last thing is this. So yeah, uppercut fire is what we need to change. That should be thunder, right? Oh no, it's not. That's not the name of the animation yet.
It should just be Thunderbolt. I think.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, let's get the exact name again, but I'll get it without the number. Like so, I believe. Oops. There we go. Yep. Done. Like so. And Corey and I are eventually probably going to add special electrocuted animations for each of the enemy types. And we'll eventually tweak the code so that instead of spawning the normal explosion and blowing up right away, they'll first play their electrocuted animation and then explode after that. But for now, for tonight, I think just getting all the moves to work in their most basic forms, and then we'll save the sort of polishing and final touches for the next video for those powers. All right. What am I testing again? There's the that. Yeah, that hits now.
Yeah,
Come to think of it, because it's always straight up, theoretically it could never hit the Ram Man.
That's true.
Like, you'd have to be really deep, you'd have to be like practically inside of them for it to hit. Oops.
Well, we were planning on doing the better versions where the side pieces come
Oh, right,
out.
good point. There you go.
Which we haven't added yet, but
Yep. Very good point.
But I guess they're gonna have a different collision box, so
yeah, or they're a separate object entirely.
yeah.
Alright, just testing everything here. Nice, there's the big one. Yeah, we need to give that some thought too with the gameplay. Make sure that if you electrocute one of the enemies, their death doesn't make them drop the grenade right on top of you. Like, we'll need maybe more inertia on the grenade if you hit them with the electricity, or specifically make the grenade go flying, or maybe even evaporate so that it's not a concern.
Right.
Yeah, sending it, yeah, we gotta send it back flying the other way or something.
Yeah, and I'm realizing too that the way this power works, I mean, those guys are hitting you with a bomb every time
Right,
you try to
exactly.
take them out.
Yeah,
so...
that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by grenade.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the ram. The ram.
No,
men
specifically
grenades,
that.
yeah.
But that is a good point. We could actually make it simply so that if the grenades themselves get hit by the electricity, we could just make them disintegrate. You know what I mean? Like the electricity just renders them useless or non-explosive, and incinerates them basically before they can explode. That would solve the issue altogether, so why don't we just do that? For now, I will simply add an event. So we're going to add an event that says... Actually, I will just copy this. This is the attack box? Yep, okay.
And there's also the possibility of making an alternate version of the owl that doesn't drop the grenade. You know, maybe not all of them do it.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a good idea. And that way you have to be more mindful visually of, does that one have a grenade or not?
Yeah.
So that's a great idea. Would you mind actually like writing down a note of that so we don't forget while I'm doing this? Thank you. All right, so we don't need to spawn an explosion. We don't need to play a sound. And we don't want to do this either. But we do need to destroy it. So grenade. Eventually we'll add a little animation and a little sound for when the grenade gets incinerated, but not right now. We'll just destroy it right now. Let's see. Miscellaneous destroy. Okay. That should fix the gameplay a lot for this level, and your idea of not having every owl have the grenade, that'll fix it the rest of the way, aside from other stuff we'll add and tweak. That'll go a long way in making the level a lot more fun and fair. Alright, oops. Not a good start, I just missed my first power-up. Alright. Oh wow, bug. Alright, let's see. Oops, no, it's still...
I mean, we could add something that makes the player invincible during that power, you know, for a second.
Right.
I don't know if that's good. Maybe that makes him too strong, but...
Right. Yeah, we've got to... see what's actually happening.
Because, I mean, they're pegging you, like, every time.
Yeah.
So.
I think one thing that we could easily... Oh, well... That would make it more obvious. I was going to say we could flip the character around automatically so it comes out of that side. But it'll also make it more obvious that the character is flipping and the gauntlet is changing sides.
Right.
Like if you just initiate it and suddenly the gauntlet's on the other side without you having turned, it's more...
I mean, and
obvious.
there's also, like, the lightning itself doesn't necessarily have to just be a straight bolt. Like, I mean, it could go out and fan out in ways. I know that's going to add a lot to the art, and, you know, in terms of the Amiga and its power, I don't know what that would mean, but there's ideas like that. I mean, the lightning doesn't have to just go straight up. It could, you know, go kind of more wild, you know.
Right. Gotta give this a lot of thought here. Yeah, we're definitely getting pegged every time. They're just too good for us, man. Do I have a logistical error? Grenade, Thunderbolt 1, Thunderbolt 2, that should be good. And I do destroy the grenade. And
it could even be like and I don't know, this might be too difficult, but like, it could even be like a sort of, when the flying enemies get close to the lightning, like an extra bolt will just kind of shoot out from the base. You know what I mean? Like from, I don't know, that might look too weird, but you know, and take them out before they hit it, so that like they don't have to actually hit that collision box. But that would be complex. But I don't know. I'm just there's Like, obviously, either the power has to change or something about the owls does, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I was just making sure that it was the proper attack box in there, which it is. So theoretically this is working, it's just not... The grenade is not hitting the electricity before it... So what was... Oh yeah, the other option I forgot was to send the... If you destroy an enemy with the electricity, we could destroy it here or send it flying the other way. So I think that's the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Da. But that's the tricky part is... I think we already have that sort of code for the owl somewhere else. So let me check grenade.
I mean, maybe the owl just needs a sort of different behavior. Like right now, they just kind of fly straight in and drop like directly on you.
Right.
Maybe if they were a little more, I guess you could say, kind of dumb. Like maybe they don't fly as fast, and maybe they,
right.
You know, something along those lines where when they drop the bomb, it's more of a like seems like more of a guess on their part instead of just peck. Because that's the thing, when you're doing that move, you're still, so they can perfectly target you.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, I mean, I think this will solve the problem if I can get it working. We'll see how this goes. This is my initial instinct here. So grenade for each. All right, what is happening here? Equip grenade. Okay, so this is when he decides to throw it. And then this is if it's parried. Okay, so we basically need to set the grenade to parried. Let's look for parried. That's strange. There should be another event. How can it not be here? That, like right now, you can parry the grenades that... Theoretically, it should be the owl and the rammen. When they throw them at you, a perfectly timed attack should bounce them back at you, at the enemy. All right, let's see if this works. Oops. Got too afraid here. Oh, he doesn't throw them. All right, let's try that again. Oh, I guess the ones that are dropping like that... Oh yeah, no, I just parried that one, so it does work. See that?
Yep.
So the question is... Where is that event? I guess it's in gameplay events. Just in case we have other enemies with grenades in other levels eventually. 112. So that's interesting. There should be here, when we kill it, we need to find out what's going on with the grenade that's associated with it. So we'll just add a blank sub-event, add, and then move it up here, and then do a for each, I guess. Add another condition for each object, for each grenade. Done, and add another condition, grenade, compare instance variable, which owl is equal to flying enemies unique ID. Alright, so this should, once we know for a fact and we've destroyed this, or we're about to destroy it, but we know which flying enemy, we find out which grenade is associated with it, and now we can do whatever we want with this particular grenade, including evaporate it or bounce it back the other way. So let's just, for now, see if this works.
I mean, isn't the grenade just hitting you, though? Like, it's not hitting the bolt. You know?
Yeah, but one theoretically could, especially the ones being lobbed by the ram man. So that takes care of one situation, and this will take care of the other situation, because this is specifically when you kill the owl, wherever his grenade is, in this case, it'll just get destroyed, but I might change that to like it goes flying.
Right.
Like in the course of getting electrocuted, the owl kind of jerks and, you know what I mean? And the grenade that was in his talons goes flying. But first we'll just try it getting destroyed and see how...
The issue right now is that they always drop them before they run into the bolt. So...
Oh, that is true. But in this case, they should still... I think the grenade is still associated with them. We'll find out in a second. Alright, let's see here. Yep, say it disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
That one didn't because the lightning didn't hit him, but let's see again. But yeah, so that for that reason we can't make it... I think that's not bad if we just make a nice evaporated little animation for the grenade and make a little sound effect. We probably don't even need a sound effect. Especially if there's already like a bzzzt or kind of thunder sound. Yeah, I think this is good for now. Like, we can always readdress it if we feel like it later, but I think this will, with the right effect and the sound effect going and stuff like that, I think this is actually not bad. Alright, so there's still some loose ends we need to take care of power-wise. There's the drop kick thing, that's the big one we need to do next. Alright, but before getting on to the dropkick variant, we should do the lightning bolts, the skinnier ones that are going to come out of the sides when you're at a power level of 2 or higher during the sort of uppercut lightning bolt move. And that will also help a lot versus the owls, come to think of it, because we'll make those evaporate the grenades as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what we'll do, is make it so that... Yeah, we'll tweak it later. We'll play around and see what works, but maybe make it so that the grenade doesn't automatically evaporate when the owl dies, but if the owl's still holding it and you kill it, then it goes flying the other way, and maybe we'll increase the sort of attack width of the lightning bolts a bit. Like, maybe make them all thicker.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah, and they don't have to just be one bolt. I mean, it could be more chaotic, like a little, like each of them being a little wider. And I think that would work. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So we'll give that a try. But for now, let's just get in the extra bolts that'll just go on the ground from the sky all the way down to the ground along the side and spread out like the other explosions do. And so... in order to do that, I might as well see if I can copy... Is that explosion?
Should be some side explosions in there.
Explosion 3. Yep, set animation to right and left. There we go. Okay, so... I'm gonna just copy this whole thing over for now. Let's see here. And yeah, so we're going to copy that.
Copy that.
Roger that. Okay, so paste that in. And then these obviously have to go replace condition. And we're going to do firepower. Global value, there we go. Firepower is greater than 0. And we will not make this an arm block. Yep, actually, this should be here. We should get rid of this. And... we've got left and we've got right. That's good. That's good. So we only need this. And instead of explosion, replace object, we are going to... Yep. Alright, and we are going to change its animation. Hold on a second. I'm going to put that out on its own. Get rid of this. And we need to change its animation to, I think, I don't remember. I may have called it Bolt. Let's see. Yep, BOLT. So level 2 events. So we're gonna change.
So
yep.
that Explosion 3, what that you selected, like what is that exactly? Is that
Explosion 3? Oh, good point. Yeah. Why is it called Explosion 3?
Oh, I think that was the
It's supposed to
the
be
messed
Thunder
up
Explosion.
version. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that was still there.
Yeah, I guess
For
there's
those that
things
don't know, which is everyone except Corey, when I was importing the art, look at that, Thunder Explosion.
I think you just made a new one and you just didn't.
Yeah, but where did the other one go? Why aren't we seeing it? And hopefully...
Oh, and it probably also needs to be firepower greater than 1, I believe, unless we want it.
Oh,
the first one.
Good catch. Another excellent catch. Very true.
But we'll see. I mean, we may want it, a version of, but...
Yeah, we can make it like the weakest still version that doesn't go out far at all is part of the default, and that would definitely solve the owl grenade issue, the bombs. So that is definitely an option. So now the question is, one, we can get rid of this for sure. And the question is that other thing gone now? Explosion 3, or can I delete it? Delete. Alright, cool. I think we're good now. So now it should be safe to... Yeah, actually, the variable's a slightly different name, so that's going to be a problem. So let me fix that. Let me go back into Spriter, find this, and it's XMoveMe. I'm going to do the same thing. Uh-oh, where did it go?
I think you deleted it from this layout. So I think you just got to put it back in.
There we go. All right, so X movement has to be renamed to X move me. I think it's like this. X move me. Okay, so now what I can do is go back to the level 1 events, and look for X move me. And just take this and go into level 2 events, add it here, and I should be able to replace that with that. Beautiful. Okay, so now they'll move. They're always created if your firepower is above 1. Now we need the actual, we need them to actually hurt stuff. Thunder, what was it? Thunderbolt like this, I believe. Copy that. Paste it down here.
Alright.
And now what we're going to do is instead of this, we're going to replace that sprite with, hold on a second, hero sprites, attack. We are replacing it with the electric explosion thing, thunder. Alright. So this is all completely unnecessary. Get rid of the ore block. Alright, that's all fine. And then, so this will work, this will destroy whether or not it's the explosion or the thunderbolt. It'll destroy a winged enemy if it hurts it, which is fine. And then down here, this was copied and pasted too, right? So it's not, yeah. Alright, so, in this case we do need the 3 different... Do we, or do we only have one? Yeah, there's only one size actually, isn't there?
Yeah.
At least
right
currently.
Now,
Yeah. So I'll get rid of ore block and for now, and replace this with thunder and compare animation. Oh, actually, no, we don't need to. It could evaporate it no matter what. So it's just this replacing this object, which is hero sprites, this with the thunder. So now it'll evaporate the grenades and it will hurt winged enemies. We just need to make it hurt the ram men as well. That's the next step.
Okay.
So actually we might as well not do too many things at the same time. That's always dangerous, especially when fatigued. So let's welcome back, old friend. All right, so level 2. Maybe we'll be smart asses and make that an unlockable level. Let's see. You enter in the old Konami cheat code and you'll end up in that level. Alright, so that's power level 1. It doesn't have them. Let's earn that next power level. Haha! It's working well now. And there it is. Whoa!
Whoa,
That's
whoa.
awesome. That's awesome.
What is happening?
I know exactly why. Because what I had meant to do after I created the event that spawns it, look, it's not attached to something. When I was done, my goal was to make it a sub-event of the action that triggers the Thunderbolt animation. But I forgot to do that.
Okay.
So if I just do Thunderbolt, and we find right here where we trigger it, all we got to do is paste that there and make it a sub-event. So now it'll only happen once when you initiate the actual thing. So,
Okay,
but
and you got rid of the original, right?
Yeah, I cut it out. Yeah. But
Okay.
that was funny. All right. Programming while fatigued. Well, sucking up a storm here. All right. There we go. First power level. Second power level. Nice. Right now they're becoming semi-transparent because I maybe somehow the fade out thing variables got changed when I cloned object type. That must be the case. It must revert to default settings for it, but it's working for the most part. So I need to see. Yep, and it's killing. They're killing the owls. That's awesome. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to do too. Is you'll notice the one that's going to the right it gets spawned in the same spot to the left of the player. Right. So we'll expand that plus 15. We'll make them start wider apart, and we'll make them properly one on the left, one on the right. And let's quickly check that. Let's see, spriter, and we'll look at fade. Yeah, say, look at this. Wait time, fade out time, 1 second. It should be something more like this. Wait time, half a second, fade out time, 0.
Okay.
So 0. We'll do it more like 0.6 and then 0. So that should have fixed those 2 issues, and I am not going to run it in the Blizzard level here. I'm going to actually go to the real level. That was nice. Chain reaction of attacks there. Ah. All right.
Yeah, you've got them all lumped together, so they all come in at once. Oh.
Interesting. It's almost like it doesn't like the variable fade out time to be set to 0.
I guess do they just...
The animation stops playing, which is no big deal. It's because the animation is not set to loop, apparently. But let's see what's actually going on here. Go back to Spriter. Pick this thing. Activate start, yes, that's good. Wait time, 0.6, that's good. Fade out time, 0.01. Maybe it has to be set to something or it won't work, but this one looked like it was set to 0.
Well, that's going to make it fade out like immediately though, right? Like if you put it at 0.01, like...
Yeah, no translucency. We don't want any visible translucency. It's just supposed to disappear.
I mean, wouldn't you just need to add some timing code to destroy it after a certain amount of time?
Yeah,
or
this
something?
is kind of like a built-in way to do that. It's just like a lazy way to do it, but it's been working fine until now. I wonder, there was no discernible difference that I could see in my fatigued state. Active, wait time, fade out time, destroy after fade. Why was it never destroying? I swear it's like it didn't like it being 0, but this is set to 0, and this has been working fine the whole time. Very strange. Alright, well, there might be something else that I'm not noticing yet, but let's see if I've fixed the issue. Oops, get it. Bash him. Ah. Whoa, a lot of enemies. I'm really digging that electric ball, by the way. Good job. Ah, yeah, see, now it's working. That's just not cool. I'll have to rewatch this video when I'm less fatigued, but I really saw no reason for it to suddenly be fixed. Like, if that was a problem, why wasn't it a problem for the explosions? They were disappearing just fine. That's really weird. But I'm digging this power. It's pretty cool now.
Maybe there is some code that says, like, when the explosion's done playing...
Yeah, I really don't think so. But, oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't make it hurt the ram men yet. That's the next step. Alrighty.
Nice.
So, let's see here. I guess for now, we will just quickly... Explosion... and Ram Man, and where's Alt Ram Man? Or Explosion Alt Ram Man? It's got to be there.
Ram Man 2, Ram Man Alt.
Okay, so there they are, and I'm just going to go all the way down here, paste it, and we got to get rid of this because her enemy does not exist as a variable for the thunder explosion. And now I should be able to simply replace this with this. And I think everything will work fine. Like, eventually we want to add that special electrified effect before the death. But just to get it all working in general, let's see. This should be good. Yeah, I'm really digging the electric ball effects and the very nice job with all the magic effects, as always. All right.
Yeah, and the electric ball it's a little close to him at the moment.
Yep,
like
completely agree.
So we can adjust all those later. But
exactly. Not doing well here. I'm just freaking out and spamming buttons on the controller. Phew. Alright, there's power level 1.
I'm noticing too, like, a lot of times when you're jumping up to take out those owls, like, you'll often land on top of the explosions they cause, and it might be worth, once we're tweaking gameplay, like, maybe those owl grenade explosions are a little smaller, like, so that wouldn't happen as often,
Right. Definitely. Oh, I went through.
We can do lots of little things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, how that happened.
There we go. Okay. I need another power level, and I need to not die first. There. Oh no, that was for the health. Looking at the wrong side of the screen. Oh, what? I'm gonna get myself killed again. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. And so what did we need to check about this? Oh yeah, hurting the ram men.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some ram men on the screen. Yeah, that works. And so now we just need to make sure we can't spam the hell out of this. And like that's one of the things we need to do is add a cool off functionality to a lot of these powers. Because right now you can just
You're basically invincible with the two walls of electricity.
Yeah, that would be a problem with boss fights and stuff too. So we definitely.
Yeah, we'll
that was badass. I got to tell you though, like when you have the ability to do the move, like when you haven't just done it a second ago, like getting surrounded by ram men and stuff and just doing that to clear it, it's gonna feel really good. Like to just get off my, you know what I mean? Especially when they get electrocuted before they blow up. That's going to be really gratifying. And we need a custom sound effect.
The game does seem a lot easier now.
Yeah, I think
we were just beating your ass.
We were worried about this level being too hard. Now it's too easy. And one gameplay feature, and boom, suddenly you've got a whole different problem. But yeah, like these kinds of problems are easy to fix. We already knew for this we needed to add a cool off as well. So we'll basically make it say that the gauntlet takes time to build up to rebuild enough magical energy to do those powerful moves. So maybe we'll add an actual additional little meter, maybe right in the middle there between the score and the health, that refills itself when you're. Actually, do you mind writing a note for that too? Or typing a note for that too, so I don't forget, or we don't forget? I think that's really going to be necessary. Okay, so the last thing is currently he has no functioning dropkick anymore, because once you get the power, he has no dropkick yet, because it becomes its own special move once you have the power, which is going to be that thunder stomp or whatever we call it. So that's what I need to do now. It is called Thunder Kick, so I'll copy that name. And actually, I copied too soon. I'm going to lose it. And let's see. So level 1. Does the fire guy, does he have a special thing too with the drop kick?
We replaced it with the meteor.
Oh, right. Oh, perfect. Okay.
So
excellent. Or it would be perfect if I remembered what that move was called. So let me search for that. So that is called... Shoot downward. Okay.
Shoot downward.
There we go. So now I'm going to copy this. Yep, I'll copy that too. That would be smart. Actually, no, it's not necessary because he's going to either get hit out of it or hit the ground. So it's a looping animation. It never finishes, so we don't need that. All right, so level 2 events. Paste that down here, and this is going to become Thunder Stomp. Is that what it, or Thunder Kick?
Thunder Kick, yeah.
Thunder Kick.
I think it's just Thunder dash Kick, yeah.
Yep, all lowercase. Thunder Kick. Done. Okay, and then this is a problem. We want the opposite. We don't want this to be disabled, and we want vector Y to be very high. So he goes rocketing down toward the ground really fast. And then, so the question is, in this case, okay, so for now we'll just do what we know we need, which is on player, land, on landed, and we need is animation Thunder Kick playing, hero, compare current animation, oops, Thunder Kick. Then we need to do a bunch of stuff like shake the screen and yada yada yada. So that is under the camera, I believe. Set value Quake to 6. And we are going to... Do we have an animation yet for something like a hard land? Fall.
I don't think so. We have a frame that's like... I think it... Yeah, hard land. Yeah, there it is. It's at the very top there.
Oh, wow. All right.
I guess we do have...
Oh, okay. Yeah. So for now I'll just use that, although eventually I want to add a cooler pose where actually incredibly similar to throw, what is it called? Downward throw or whatever? Shoot downward? You know what I mean? With like the gauntlet on the ground, and we could almost get away with using this if it wasn't for this back leg looking weird, like on its tippy toe. But anyway, we'll just do hard land. So we're going to set animation hero, set animation to hard land, and we are also going to create object thunder layer FG, and then this is going to be the X and Y of the player X and Y. Alright, so and then what we can do, what I want to do is actually bolts. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do hard land, and I'm going to paste it here too. So now he will emit when he lands hard if he's got a higher power. Those side lightning bolts will come out of the side too. Alright, let's see if this all actually works. Nice. That looked funny. Alright, I know how to fix that, but alright, there's that, and awesome. We need that pose for that to look right, but that's not bad, and I want him to move down even faster.
Yeah.
That's not fast enough. We might actually have an event that changes the maximum fall speed that we might have to override. But otherwise, I'm glad it's working.
And do you think he should have some horizontal movement as well?
Nice. That's cool.
Because he does kind of,
yes,
you know, look like he's going more sideways,
yeah.
I guess. But
And he does during the regular drop kick, right? I'm almost certain of it. So, or the other thing is, like, maybe do we want to alter the animation so he goes straight down like a lightning strike would tend to? It's not like it's a ton of horizontal movement anyway.
It could happen.
So.
I mean, we could actually use that one pose that he gets into and just replace the gauntlet, and like he's doing sort of a ground punch instead of a kick, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I don't know. Because that was a pretty quick effect that I made his feet, but,
right.
You know, I could just do a similar effect for the fist.
I mean, it would...
Maybe that's... Yeah, I don't know. You know.
All right, let's try moving him horizontally, because that's super easy to try.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if we don't... We can decide later if we think we would rather he go straight down and then bother changing the art if that's necessary. Right. But so that's probably... Yeah, that's got to be in Universal, or in other words, gameplay events. And what is it called? Dropkick? I'll just search kick and see if that works. Is current animation, da-da-da-da-da. Nope, that's not it. It is dropkick though, so... Here it is, 193. So actually, we could just make this an OR block and change this to also include Thunder Kick. And now, theoretically, that'll work too. And then we do eventually need to add, so while he's flying down, he won't bounce off enemies and hurt them. He'll keep going, but it should electrocute the enemies. But I have a feeling it's worth waiting for the next video to do that after you've created the electrocution art. Because we're just creating more and more events that we're going to have to recode that are just making them blow up right away. So I think we'll just test this, and if it works, I think, unless I'm forgetting something, I think we're good for this video. So we'll just get to the first power level will be enough to test. Oops.
Man.
Sucking up a storm. Alright. Dropkick. Yep, he had the movement. Alright, that's good. No, I'm just playing for the sake of playing. I just want to get that one more power level and see the things come out the side. If I survive, I don't think I'm going to. Oh, wah wah. That would be, well, that's anticlimactic. Hold on, maybe I'll go into chipmunk mode in the video, but I want to end the video on a higher note than that. Yeah, that's better. Much better start. Okay, I should have drop kicked him, but all right. First power level. Just keep going right to the second power level. That was cool how my air bash parried away the bomb. All right, come on, Ori. One more. There we go. Okay. Nice. That's gratifying. And then I could do the uppercut mode too. Oops. Perfect timing. That was hilarious. Did you see what happened?
Yeah.
Look, this is going to happen again. Almost did. Yeah, but once we have the cooldown and the meter for it, for those really powerful moves, that's really going to help a lot balance the gameplay. And but otherwise, this is starting to get really fun. And I really like how the levels are getting nice, very unique from each other in gameplay. Like it's the same sort of gameplay, but it's different enough to be really fun and keep it interesting. And then we're going to add the electrified effect to the enemies too, which will make another big difference.
He's so
super powerful man. He is Thor.
All right.
All right. But anyway, very cool. So I guess that is it for this video. We'll add the electrocution effects next video, and that's not enough for a full video, so we'll probably figure out one other gameplay feature, or maybe even start adding one of the other magic types to the third or the fourth level. So that'll be it for this one. Thanks as always, Corey, for joining me and keeping me on the ball with the programming and keeping the video more lively. And thanks everyone for watching, and thanks Patreon backers for your support.